Hey fam, welcome to day 8, guys. Welcome to day 8 of this challenge. How are you feeling, guys? How are you truly feeling? Dig deep, and just let me know how you're feeling. Since you started the practice, do you actually feel a difference? Do you actually feel a little bit lighter? Do you feel a little bit better? Do you feel like your life is going in the right direction since you started the practice? Do you feel more hopeful? I hope you do. I hope you do. Are you more optimistic about life? I really hope that you are. So, like I mentioned yesterday, today we are doing the heart love practice. We're pouring love into our heart. We're pouring love into your heart with all the practices of gratitude, right? The goal is to feel everything in your heart. This is the goal. You want to be able to feel that, to put emotion behind every practice that you do, every gratitude practice that you do. That's why it's not recommended to leave it plain. I am grateful for this. Why? When you put the why, then you're putting the emotion and the feeling behind it. And that's what we want to get. That's where we want to go, right? So, as you pour love into your heart today, we are focusing on increasing the depth at which you feel grateful. Remember, for some people, this is a new practice, right? For some people, this is the first time you're doing it. But we're saying you want to be able to do it straight from your heart. You want to be able to do it coming from deep within for it to actually translate into what you want to get, into what you want to achieve, right? So, to increase the depth at which you feel grateful, you are focusing on your heart as you say thank you. This is going to be the most important thing that you learn from this gratitude practice. Because even while writing out your goals, you have to see them as happened and put the feel from your heart that this is actually happening. This is true. That way, when the inspired action comes, when the feeling of I have to do this, when that feeling comes, call it a hunch, call it whatever you want to, right? When it comes and you know that it has, you will know that you are doing this from the right place. You will know that it's the right step that you are taking. So, after practicing sincere and intentional gratitude for a long time, it's going to become very easy to automatically feel it in your heart. If you do it for a while, it becomes easy, it becomes part of you. You won't have to force it, you won't have to think about it too much. It will just, because you know why you're doing it, you know where it's coming from, and you know where you're sending this gratitude. You're literally sending it to the source of all things, the source of all love. You're sending this gratitude to Allah. You're being grateful. You're saying Alhamdulillah. You're saying thank you. You are trusting, relinquishing anything, just letting go and leaving the rest to Allah. Leaving all of this to God. So we're learning to focus your mind on the area of your heart as you practice gratitude. And anything to do with manifestation, anything to do with these different laws of the universe, your heart, and feeling gratitude in your heart and practicing all these actions and practices from your heart is the goal. Because when you do that, then there is no way that you won't get to where you want to go. So this practice is worth your effort, guys. It's definitely worth your effort. So start off with being intentional about your goal. Your goal with this practice is to get you to a point of sincerity. You want to be really sincere as you go before Allah. You want to be sincere as you go and thank your Creator for you, for your life, for all the abundance that has been bestowed on you or that is being bestowed on you. Remember, we're doing everything in love. And as all things we know grow with love, today we are focusing our mind and attention on the area around our heart. So for the heart love practice today, right? Close your eyes while focusing on your heart and pour lots of love into the words thank you. And feel truly grateful from your heart for your life. You could just put your right hand over your heart, and say thank you. But imagine it's your heart actually saying these words. Just take a deep breath and just imagine your heart saying thank you for this breath. Right? And then let's go back to day 0. Remember the warm-up? Remember that all important list, the 11 things, your top 11 desires, the things that you want to manifest, the things that you want to get in your life, right? That list, this is when it comes in handy. This is when we need that list. Look at your top 11 desires and then practice heart love on each of them. On each of them. Remember to trust the process. Guys, if you do not trust that this will work, if you do not trust that Allah will actually hear you, then don't try. Because you would be wasting time. But even this trust is something that is learned. It is something that you can get to learn. So do not despair, definitely. You will get there. It's not hard. It's not hard. Understanding and knowing that God, that Allah is the source of all good. Is the source of all goodness, source of all beauty, source of all joy and love. So then where do you go if you want to receive those things in your life? You go to Allah. And that's what we are doing. So look at this list. Put your hand over your heart and say thank you. Thank you, Allah. Thank you, Allah, for my health. For my wonderful health. Thank you for I'm fit. I'm in great shape. Thank you for I have attracted my ideal weight. Thank you, Allah, for I feel amazing. I feel amazing at this weight. I fit in my favorite clothes. Like that joy that you actually feel when you're able to fit in that cute dress that you've always wanted to. When you're able to fit in those pants. And remember, when for example, I'm talking about weight right now. We're always encouraged when attracting our ideal weight, when trying to get to that point that you want to get to. We are always encouraged to buy clothes at the size of weight that you want to attract. Like your favorite clothes in that size. And think about how it would make you feel to have these clothes. How it would make you feel to fit in these clothes. So if this is one of the things on your top desires list, then this is how you do the heart love practice. Just think about these chords. How would it make you feel to fit in them? Be grateful that they do. Where will you go when you're wearing them? Whom will you call first when you're able to fit in that dress, in those pants? Right? Whom will you call when you are finally at this goal? And how do you feel in this moment? Is your heart beaming with joy and pride? Do you feel like you did an amazing job getting here? Do you feel like whatever work you put in was worth it? I bet you do. So this is what the practice of heart love is about. Because you get to see yourself at that point. You get to see yourself right where you want to be. So whatever it is, be sure to put the feeling behind it. And to easily put the feeling there is, imagine how it would make you feel when you got this thing, when you get this thing. Think about, put people there. Just imagine, whom are you going to tell first when you get this car? Are you going to call your mom? Are you going to call your dad? Are you going to call your spouse, your friend, your sister? And how will you tell them? Do you think you'll be seated down? Do you think you'll be screaming at the top of your voice? Are you going to be calm as you drive this car off the lot? Do you think you'll go real quick? Do you want to first go for dinner? Do you want to drive around for an hour? Do you want to just go straight home so it sinks in? Like whatever it is, feel all of this in your heart. Like just put all these mental pictures, just put them there. And guys, you're going to feel amazing. You're going to feel like it's all possible, because it is. So this practice will increase the depth of your feeling of gratitude. And the deeper the feeling, it will be the depth of abundance that you will receive. This practice is what gets you to that peaceful version of you, whereby you surrender. You surrender it to Allah, surrender it to God, and it's going to give you peace and happiness, because you're not going to have to worry too much about how all this is going to happen. Because the action to get you there will actually show up. So for today, remember, you have to pour love into 11 blessings by writing out 11 things that you are truly grateful for and saying thank you and feeling true gratitude after each and every blessing. Remember to focus your mind and attention on the area of your heart. Close your eyes while focusing on your heart and pour lots of love into the words thank you and feel true gratitude from your heart for your life. Then as your eyes are closed, keep your mind focused on your heart. Feel the words thank you coming from your heart. You could just take a deep breath and say thank you. Then practice heart love on each of your top 11 desires. Each of them. And remember, before you go to bed tonight, with your palm over your heart, think about the best thing that happened today and feel grateful for it. And say thank you for the best thing that happened today. Tomorrow we are loving our way out of negativity. So be sure to be here. Moving forward, any practice of gratitude that you do should come from your heart. It should be your heart actually saying the words thank you. And we'll get there. We'll get there, don't worry. So thank you for being here. Peace and love from me, Zuria. Bye-bye.